as well. Life medicine as food. So we have to choose the right way. Let us eat food as medicine. Anything that is processed, anything that, like most of these carbohydrates, they affect us in one way or the other. So friends, let us really try so hard to watch what we eat. And there is this thing that me, I eat fruits, but the fruits neared, they are not healthy. Then another cause is medical conditions. There are conditions that can cause hormonal imbalance, that can cause diabetes. Diabetes is a leading factor. So any man you see that comes to you with diabetes is a potential, because this is basically accumulation of fats, even in the blood vessels. So when there is accumulation of fats in the blood vessels, the body has to use a lot of brain. So if anyone has these two conditions, they are okay. This is to make it, you get the point. And then we have conditions like endometritis, friends, and most times sexual intercourse. It is not pleasing at all. So this treatment can be of very good benefit to them. We have really need this because cells that decided to do their own things, and how it happens, they depend on hormones. They feed on hormones. So you realize with time someone has low libido, like zero desire for any sex intercourse. You get the point. And then we have people with erectile dysfunction. I had talked about this. Erectile dysfunction is basically failure to keep an erection, or to have prostate issues like prostate enlargement, prostate cancer, like all those things can be reversed. Then we have varicose. That varicose cell, these are more apologize about that. Varicocele in men is more of swollen veins. They are very painful. So if you have anyone with this condition, they can benefit from superroot coffee. Okay? And then we have medication. Can you hear me? Medication and chemicals. Friends, most of the drugs that we trust, they are not good for our reproductive organs. And some of them are antidepressants. Very few people take that, but they are available. Antidepressants, like an example, maybe someone is stressed and they want to catch some sleep. Instead of taking that, give them superroot coffee. And then some other drugs, those are the proton pump inhibitants. Those ulcer drugs that we like. You go and buy omeprazole. Those things have complications no one tells you about. You're going to treat your ulcers. They'll give you a pack to take 30 days. If the test tests positive again, they give you another pack. If it tests positive again, they give you another one, but in the same class. In the long run, it affects your reproductive system. So friends, if you want to treat ulcers, you have a wonderful product, STC, superroot coffee. Okay? We have steroids. Steroids. These are very common. Most times, if we don't want to see any allergies, those are the things we take. They also have advanced side effects to our reproductive systems. The reason as to why they tell you take them for a short period of time is to prevent you from complications that can come with it. But there are people who get dependent and like, I like this cream, it takes away my pimples, and you be on that for so long. In the long run, you're damaging your reproductive system. And then we have chemotherapy. Chemotherapy does not only kill cancer cells, but it also kills your normal functioning cells. That's why it's not an easy session. It is very, very severe, very scary, very complicated, more than the disease itself, cancer. So let us use these wonderful products that we have. And then we have PDE5. Have you ever heard of some word called Viagra? How about Penegra, Camagra, Apcalis? Those ones. Those things have damaged people. I don't know how to tell you this, but remember we looked at sex starting from the brain. Every time we bypass the brain and use these drugs, they affect us in a long run, okay? The highest cause of erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, is these wonderful pharmaceuticals. You get the point. If you go to the pharmacy and you buy today maybe 50 milligrams and it doesn't work, they'll tell you come back. I think you'll need 100 milligrams. 100 milligrams doesn't work. Shift from this, you use this one. It is not treating. That is just temporal. You're using it for temporal satisfaction. So there are times we have to choose between short-time pleasure and long-time pleasure. So for anyone who is interested in fixing their reproductive system, their sexual reproductive system, they won't go for Viagra's. They'll opt for superroot coffee. Okay? And then we have age-related challenges. I had talked about women. We had talked about menopause that happens in women. So this treatment can help in women as well who are undergoing menopause, and for some reason they can extend their period of menopause if they started it early enough. Okay? And then with age in men, most times their testosterone reduces, their sperm quality gets bad. Most times if a man is, or if a couple is unable to give birth in the late 40s, 50s, it is not a woman issue. More so if the man is older than the woman, most times it's the semen quality or the sperm quality. Okay? So superroot coffee can help those people. We have psychological factors. Anxiety, depression. When someone is stressed, they can't function. If someone has a relationship stress, honestly, they may not do anything. There are people who have experienced sexual traumas, like rape, like many other things. People do a lot of evil things. Someone can have a torture in their mind and they're like, I don't know how to get over this. We have superroot coffee to serve those individuals. Some people have fear, and fear is a very powerful thing. Once you fear, you can, everything closes. Remember, the mind controls everything. And fear is happening in the mind. Okay? And then we have environmental and external factors. Exposure to toxins. Friends, we use a lot of things. Nadala Fawachala. Oh God. Like, we make our hair, the things we use, we don't know which toxins are in them. We make nails. Recently, there is a study that came that those nail polish lead to cancer. But I see the same people who brought up that study, they are sending it more in Africa. And we are exposed to a lot of things, friends. There is also a study that came that there are certain braids that cause cancer. There are some which cause hormonal imbalance. There are perfumes we use that can cause hormonal imbalance. Detergent, soap. Yes, we wash clothes every day. Some people's cause of infertility is not their ovaries failing to do their work or their uterus. It's just external factors. Okay? So we need to be very careful and read at least everything that we use to make sure it is safe for us. Okay? More so the things we put on our skin, the makeups. Oh my God, a lot of hormonal imbalances. That's why in this current time, we have a lot of fibroids, a lot of endometritis, a lot of polycystic ovarian syndrome, a lot of them, okay? So we have radiations. Radiations, they may not be good mostly in men. For example, if you have a laptop and it's always on your laps, it is not healthy, okay? If you're a sauna lover, the things may not be good. And most times people who drive long distance cars, those people have a lot of erectile dysfunction because there is a certain amount of heat that should be in that area for it to function perfectly. So any radiation that is not natural can affect, okay? So harsh chemicals, I think I had talked about that. I've taken long on this page. Let us go to the next one. So these are some of the functions of superroot coffee. In women, it will boost sexual libido, stabilize menstrual cycle, boosts fertility, improves mood, stops menstrual cramps, helps in menopause, balances hormones, reduces fatigue and stress, okay? And then in men, superroot coffee does the same thing, boosts sexual libido, heals erectile dysfunction, boosts sperm quality, boosts sexual stamina, improves lung health. I think it gets rid of any disorders that any person has while ejaculating. And then there is testicular torsion. That is sometimes when you check your testicle, like you're trying to feel it and it's nowhere to be seen. It has disappeared somewhere. This treatment can handle that as well. It maintains a firm and strong erection, okay? So how do we use our super root coffee? We are going to get our cup of 100 mils of hot water. Get 1 sachet of super root coffee, stir and consume immediately. You can consume 1 to 3 sachets per day based on the diagnosis any time of the day, okay? Yeah, this can be you. This could be you. It could be that patient of yours that you saved, okay? After using superroot coffee. So friends, I will urge us all, if there is anything we must do, it is to fix the brain with superroot coffee, because this coffee is going to treat the brain first, which is responsible for everything. Many times we look for drugs that are not able to help us, or a lot of products that are being marketed on internet that are just short term. But here you're restoring your entire reproductive system from the brain, okay? So fix the brain, fix the hormones, fix the performance, and you fix the relationship Okay? Yeah, Superroot Coffee can sort everything. Now, with this information, allow me to hand over to the moderator. In case there are any questions, they're also welcome.
Wow, 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 wow. Let's just give up fire emojis and lots of claps for this wonderful training, for this wonderful session. Indeed, she has done us more than we thought.